Gen Z, here they come. They are already in the workforce. They're going to continue to move in, and they are very different, as is every generation, has different iterations on how they view work, how they do work. And so this is interesting stuff right here. Certainly if you're a parent of Gen Z, as it relates to giving advice, this is good information. If you are a coworker who may be mentoring a Gen Z or working with someone, you want to kind of have a better relationship, you kind of go, what language are they speaking? This is important for you. And certainly if you're leading a Gen Z, this is important to understand. This comes from Adobe, their latest Adobe Future Workforce Study that looks at the career motivations and expectations of Gen Z. And so the goal here is to understand their perspective on work and behaviors that drive their decision-making along work as it looks at work. So this is important stuff. So here we go. I'm going to go through some high-level stuff here. All right, so let's talk about AI. Artificial intelligence is going to shape work more than anything else. It's going to disrupt the workplace, already is. It's going to continue to do so. How do they see it? They are very tech savvy, as you know. I mean, these kids had a phone in their hands when they were 6 months old at, Applebee's or wherever you went. But they are measured when it comes to AI. They're not all in. They're measured. They're split on whether they want to embrace AI in the workplace, with 48% saying they feel prepared for their employer to adopt AI in everyday work. Only 35% said their organizations have implemented guidelines on AI in the workplace. Half admitted to using the technology to aid their work. Only 23% expressed excitement about its use in the workplace. Now, that to me was very interesting. Only 23% of Gen Z saying, yeah, I'm pretty excited about AI. It's very interesting. Is it because they actually crave some human contact in the form of assistance and guidance? I think so, because this generation has been coddled more than any other generation by their parents. It's not their fault. They're not the bad guys. But they've been coddled. They've been rewarded for participation. And I think they're going, I kind of need that. We got to wean them off of it, but they need it. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Gen Z aspires to do meaningful work. Again, not exclusive to their generation. Every person on the planet aspires to do meaningful work. They may not say it that way, but this group is very values-based. 89% say they are comfortable with providing feedback to their peers and colleagues. Now, this is very good. They want to make a difference. In other words, they want their voice to matter, and that's why you're so high right here. 89% saying, hey, I'm willing to tell my coworker to shape up or ship out. They're comfortable. They want to be called on in the meeting. Why? Because they want to matter. They want to make a difference. 70% are eager to grow, but not just in their impact. They are thinking big, C-suite. 69% say they feel good about opportunities for growth in their company, so that's good. I don't know if that exists or they're just really optimistic. Based on what I see, I think they're more optimistic than they are realistic, but that's okay. We all are when we're that age. 50% ranked no clear path to promotion as one of the top reasons they leave a job. And again, not exclusive to this generation, but I think they're more sensitive to, do I see a ladder? Because if I don't, I'm out. And I think they're much more willing to leave if they don't see a ladder quick enough. Gen Z is, to my earlier point, Gen Z is hungry for mentorship and development. 83% saying a workplace mentor is crucial for their career, but only 52% say they have a mentor. Huge opportunity here, companies. Despite career development being seemingly top of mind, 55% said they only participate in career development training programs less than a month. Again, hello, companies. Hello, leaders. Massive opportunity right here. Let's just pause for a moment. Create an in-office mentorship program. Someone older, successful, connect them to these young studs and studettes. Immediately get them connected to a mentor. and then make sure that you are pouring into them. It doesn't have to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Get them in a book club. Make them listen to good podcasts and review it. Put them in a group learning cohort. They want to learn. They want to grow. Feed them. That's not a bad thing. 84% believe their current employer is hitting the mark in regard to being a good corporate citizen. This is the only thing that makes me a little nervous. They're so values driven that they want their corporation to get involved politically, take big stands, big donations, all that. But they are values driven, and so they want to tie their beliefs to their company, and that to me is a little bit unrealistic, and I think it's honestly wrong. Here's my point. I think companies ought to be in the business of taking care of their customer, not informing their customer on social issues or political issues. Ask Bud Light if they do it all over again. Just make cheap beer. That's it. Hey, ask Disney if they do it all over again. I think I know what they'd tell you, but I think privately, old Bob Iger has some regrets, Nathan. You ready for this? I saw this morning. Disney's stock price, you ready for this? Is lower than it was 14 years ago. Could you imagine if I'd have bought stock 14 years ago and somebody who said, hey, I don't know that I'd invest in Disney because I don't think it's going to go up for 15 years. I told you were out of your mind. Why? Because Disney's got into social issues instead of fun, consumable content. I want to watch an elephant fly. I don't want to see a classic completely rewritten with all kinds of social issues tied to it. Nobody wants that. So this issue, got to be careful because Gen Z's going, well, I want my CEO to speak out on this public political issue. No, that's how you lose customers quick. So here's what we take away. Well, before I move on that, as leaders, you need to understand they care about those things. So sit down with them and go, look, we want you to have a voice. We want you to be very active politically. We want you to volunteer, get involved in causes. We support that, but we are not going to be single issue. We're not going to get involved in that stuff as a company because we're going to provide this service to all of our customers, whether they're on the right, the left, or right down the middle. That's what we're going to do. So that's how you do that. As it relates to mentorship and development, I already told leaders, look, get them a mentor, get them connected to older people so that they can begin to receive and win. Like, get some wins because they listen to somebody older, more successful. And they go, wait, this is good. I knew I wanted some guidance, but guidance really works. And then again, on AI, don't shove it down their throat. They're very creative. Instead of relying on a machine to do it, see what they come up with. They're very in tune with values and feelings. They're very talented. I would trust a young person, a Gen Zer, all day long over AI because of the human touch. So there you go. Good stuff there. Listen, Gen Z is here. Let's not ostracize them. Let's include them.